YouTube, welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, TKK, man. Listen, first things first, let me say thank you for the support. Channel is at 5,000 subscribers solid right now, man. I am so grateful, so extremely grateful. But guys, this content, we're going to be talking about two things today, and I'm going to look to timestamp them in the description. So if you're not really interested in one category, you can get into the next. The first thing we want to talk about is going to be some PC stuff. Now on my channel, as you can see, I love technology. I love utilizing the stuff and I love reviewing it. What I'm trying to do on my channel is to not turn it into something where I'm just buying a ton of just pointless, to me, pieces of instruments that I'm not really caring about. So the things that you're really going to see most on the channel is going to be PC components and PC builds. And you're also going to see a lot of television stuff. I'm going to be later incorporating some audio stuff because I'm going to be changing my home theater experience also. Today, I want to really talk to you guys about this graphics card, the RTX 3090 Ti. So giving you some backlog on it. About 6 months ago, and I'll card it in the video, I got myself a Founders Edition 3090. Not my first 3090, but definitely my first Founders Edition 3090. And because it was such a sought after card, such a limited card, I wanted to have it in my collection. Excellent card. I did a whole full build on it. And so if you want, you can definitely check that out. It's an amazing card. Now, 3 months ago, I got myself an RTX 3090 Ti graphics card. And so today I want to really talk to you guys about this card. So listen, first things first, let me tell you, this is not a buyer's remorse video. This is simply just a video that I wanted to put together so that you guys could have a better understanding as to what you should possibly be looking forward to if you're going to be investing in a graphics card. This card retails for $2,000. Now, typically, your Founders cards are going to be the most affordable because they're going to be held to a price lock standard from general retailers. We're talking about people that go into contracts with NVIDIA and the likes of to sell them at a set price. So this retails for $2,000. Now, it's possible for you to go on Amazon at one time and see a card that is priced at $2,000, priced at like $3,000 and so up. Fortunately, we're not in the same kind of crunch that we were a couple of months ago where you couldn't find graphics card, because as of today on Amazon and a couple of other reputable websites, you can find partner editions of these cards. So from like MSI, I've seen a Gigabit, and even an Asus, I believe I've seen an Asus 3090 Ti for around the same price, which is really cool. But speaking on this card, if you own a 3090, I really cannot recommend this card. And it's not that it's not great. It's not that you're not seeing an advantage or gains using this card. It's just that for the average Joe, it's not going to be really worth you going past the investment of $1,500+. Granted, if you found it at the right price to jump to this thing for $2,000. You know, the type of person that I am, I do like to stay up with the latest and the greatest and the most trending stuff. I really love performance, guys. So the TVs and the PCs, to me, they just go hand in hand. Now we have TVs like the Samsung S95B, possibly the Sony A95K that do support 144 Hertz. This is literally what you need in order to do that in 4K. You need a really high-end graphics card. Now, if you have not purchased a graphics card in some time, maybe you've been planning a build, this card pretty much sits on the shelves in a lot of big box retailers. And if you can afford it, it's $2,000, but if you can afford it, this is the best bang for the buck. I'm talking about the baddest mofo on this planet, man. This is the GPU you want if you really are trying to step it up and get into 4K gaming. The card aesthetically is beautiful and it performs amazing. It's just not a great investment, in my opinion, if you've already got yourself a 3090. I feel like truly, if you bought a 3090, and if you're not a keeping up with the Jones type of guy like myself or many others that may be sponsored, or they just got the financial resources to buy the newest and the latest and greatest stuff, then you'll totally be fine with your 3090, maybe your 3080, your 3080 Ti, or whatever the case that you've been using. If, however, you've been following me and you're looking at these new TVs and you're thinking like, man, consoles are not really giving me what I want and I want to step into PC gaming, then getting one of these cards is going to be nice. Now, there's some new content coming around like the rumor mills of the new graphics cards. I'm not really a rumor mill guy. I don't really like following after rumors, but I just wanted to be one to let you guys know that, you know, this card is amazing, but I wouldn't encourage you to spend $2,000 on it, especially if you got other more important things that you can be doing. Now, And last, and then I'm gonna switch to the next topic. I just want to say that my channel is not ran like a traditional tech channel. I don't like to post a lot of metric numbers and things like that and graphs. You know, I think those are really cool, especially if you're just kind of like on the fly wanting something to see. I like to give you guys as much of a realistic, honest review and talking point to this technology as I can. So I feel like me personally, being able to articulate this subjectively in a way where I'm not talking bad about one brand or one product versus the next is the best way for me to give you a wholesome perspective as to what I think about it. And if you guys, like I said, if you followed the channel, if you look through some of the catalog, you can see I'm pretty serious about this stuff. So yeah, if you have any questions about this, don't hesitate to, leave a comment down below so we can discuss this, and we'll move on to the next topic now. All right, guys, so enough talk about, the graphics cards. Hopefully you guys got a good summary of that. If there's any questions, like I said, be sure to leave them in the comments and we can definitely discuss them. If you got any questions about anything with your build, let me know. Now I want to transition over to some TV stuff. So again, timestamps are down below. It's really a two-part video. Man, the C1 OLED looks like it is going down to around 1,500 bucks for a 65-inch. Now listen, I've made several videos about this. I'll card one in, and the prices don't look like they've changed much, but it looks like for this particular weekend in the United States, at least from some of the reputable retailers that we buy products from, it looks like that TV is hitting an all new low price. The 55-inch of that TV is still $1,100, which is absolutely phenomenal, man. The 48-inch is $1,000. That is absolutely phenomenal. Performance on that TV is so good, guys. You really got to take advantage of this. Now, listen, I don't have any affiliated links or anything like that. The reason that I'm pushing the C1 so aggressively on the channel is because I purchased the TV 3 times. And let me tell you, I enjoyed the 48-inch C1s. They were really nice. So the IKEA desk that I have, in my orientation, I'm sitting about 5.5 feet head to screen when I'm sitting at my gaming desktop areas. I had 2 of those configurations with both of the gaming desktops that had 3090s, and they were amazing. It's just that I knew that I was going to want everything that the C2 had to offer in the 55-inch and higher class. So that's why I made the decision to get rid of the 48 inches and to get the C2s. Beyond that, guys, the 48-inch C1 was a phenomenal TV. Like, it was really, really good. And I would definitely encourage it at a price point of $1,000. Now, if you guys are looking for, like a nice large TV that has extremely low input latency, it's probably still gonna get updates probably for the next 2.5 to 3 years. I mean, the C9 is still, getting a little bit here and there. So I would imagine that the C1 is still going to be relevant for a long time. Image retention is really good. I've actually put some content out around image retention on it and screen burn on my C9. So if you guys have some questions or kind of want to get a realistic perspective on how those two subjects fare and vary on an OLED TV, you can definitely watch that. But this TV is sensational. I have it in 77-inch, and I've put probably more than 5,000 hours of utilization, real-time utilization on my TV. I'm watching it pretty much daily with Plex. I'm playing games on it. Kids are watching YouTube. It's just a lot of static stuff and a lot of content that has static images, and the image retention isn't bad on it. It's just a really, really good performing TV. And even for the 77-inch to be $2,600, amazing. It's just really, really good. So literally you can spend the same price or lower for a 77-inch versus what you would on a Samsung S95B. Now, taking anything from that TV, we know it's better, we know it's brighter, we know it has more color spectrum and all of that jazz, but we're talking about quality. We're talking about bang for the buck. The C1 definitely is a TV you cannot sleep on. So forgive me if I keep talking about this, but when I get people asking me, hey, TKK, what TV would you recommend? Right now, my number one recommendation is the LG C1 OLED. I've had this TV since it dropped last year. I did a lot of content on it, and I'm still using it in real time today. It's great on gaming. It's great on movies. Mine has been calibrated. It's just a phenomenal TV. Now, unless I jump to the 83 G2, I don't plan on getting rid of my 77-inch C1, okay? So again, just like another realistic review or recommendation where I'm just telling you guys that I really think you should be considering that. If you happen to have any questions, if you need me to cover anything specifically on the C1, I'd be more than happy to do it for you. I only have it in 77 inch. So any questions you might have about the 48 inch, I no longer own those TVs. I got rid of those, but we can go from there on whatever you might need. Okay. My cat's screaming like hell. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this video up. I appreciate you guys. We're at 5,000 subscribers, man. Thank you if you're one of them. And if you haven't subscribed, maybe if you're considering doing so, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so that you can be tuned in every time I drop these videos. Make sure you leave a like if you liked the video. If you didn't like the video, make sure you leave a comment telling me what I could have did better. Today was just a discussional video, and I like to do a lot of these because it's that real talk. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Max love.